Well, good morning, everyone. I'm David Paul. I'm the Managing Director of VectorVest in the UK. And this morning, I want to look at some commodity shares that rate exceptionally well on the VectorVest Stock Market program. The first chart I've got for you is the copper price. And the copper price has had a very good run, as many of us know, since April last year. And this is COPA, which is an exchange-traded fund listed on the London stock market that in fact follows the copper price. That's a weekly chart, and as you can see, it's following a fairly decent path that's in fact dictated by that upsloping trend line. The market came back and has sat in that trend line for the last month. And last week it charted an outside week, which is a good strong sign, already in yesterday's trading it's pushed up and pushed up strongly. Those of you that are technicians will note that the weekly stochastic, which is a very strong indicator of a move, is showing a reverse divergence pattern, or a slingshot pattern, which bodes well for the future. So I think that the copper price is bound much higher over the next week or two. So what I've done is I've looked at the VectorVest program, and I've in fact found 4 copper investments that look interesting. The first one, where the majority of my own money is in BlackRock World Mining, which is an investment trust, which has got all the usual big miners in there. We've had a very good run in this, and all VectorVest customers, I think, around the country have done really well in this. It's pulled back, and it looks as if it wants to go again. As you can see in the chart, or the window below the price, earnings per share is growing strongly. And although I haven't put it on this particular chart, VectorVest values BlackRock World Minerals at £11, and it's currently trading slightly above 6. So got a long way to go, and I think if the copper price does what I think it's going to do, it's going to move up strongly. So that looks exceptionally good to me. Now, this is one of the biggest copper miners in the world, Antofagasta and Anto. And as you can see, it pulled back with the copper price. It pulled back to a 62% retracement of the last range, and is in fact charted a double bottom there and moving up reasonably strongly. Again, on VectorVest, we believe it's worth £17. It's trading at 14.50 or something, so it's got quite a long way to move up. It's still on a sell recommendation, still below its stop loss during that pullback, so maybe just wait until the VectorVest recommendation changes to a buy. That won't take long. So that looks very interesting, very good price. Again, you can see earnings per share growing very strongly over the period. That's over the last year. And the third one is a relatively small copper miner based in Spain. Earnings per share is growing strongly. The share price pulled back with the copper price, that's for sure. It's significantly undervalued in VectorVest, and over the last couple of days it's moved up. I was in that share, in fact, and I got stopped out as it pulled back, and I'm now thinking of getting back in again over the next day or two. So that's my job over the next day or two. And the last one is Phoenix Mining. Now, Phoenix Mining doesn't make any money, and it's brand new, although the deposits have been worked in the past. It's in the US, and if you can believe half of what management say, this is going to be a tremendous opportunity over the years ahead. Clearly somebody does, because as you can see, recently there's been very strong accumulation of the share, and I've marked that on the volume chart. You can see how the price has risen and the volume has risen with it. So that looks to me as if that can move a long way, but certainly not for the faint-hearted, for the adventurous investor. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a great trading week.